Topping the news tonight, Alger County's only animal shelter is asking for donations, volunteers, and foster parents as it faces eviction out of its current residence owned by the county. MyUP's Jessica Goska visited the shelter to learn where the animals will go and why they need to move.
Come March 1st, the only no-kill, no-time limits animal shelter in Alger County will disappear from its current property. More than 20 years of history will come to an end, and the shelter's animals may have nowhere to go. After failed attempts to negotiate a fair lease renewal with the county, the shelter's residents must vacate the building from which they've operated since the shelter began.
They wrote up a lease for us that they could come in anytime and deem any dog dangerous and have it put down at any time for any reason. And we couldn't do that because we're a no-kill shelter, 100% no-kill, no-time limit shelter. So we couldn't sign that lease. Our lawyer said, don't sign that lease like that. And that's what started the whole process. We didn't sign the lease. They wanted their building.
When the shelter was faced with eviction and had no alternative space to move into, a generous community member stepped in to help. Dr. Kurt Olson of Munising provided the shelter with land on which to construct a new building. The problem is, construction on that building isn't completed yet, and it likely won't be before Alger County takes over the current animal shelter space.
Originally they said that we can wait till our shelter is built before we move. Then they changed their mind and said, well, we want the building. So then we had to go back to court, we had to negotiate, and then the judge made us negotiate for a day at a time. They wanted us out in 2 weeks. And we said, no. Then we said May 1st, they said no. January 1st, no. Then we said, all right, we'll go down as far as March 1st, and that's it.
BD claims the county plans to convert its building into a dog pound with an animal control officer once the current tenants leave, but the county hasn't shared details of that plan with the shelter. This decision doesn't just affect the animals, it affects the volunteers, too. The volunteers here bring in animals from not just Alger County, but from all over the state. They even offer to drive as far as Detroit to bring dogs and cats that would be euthanized there, here, to a shelter where there's a no-kill, no-time limits policy. Without access to a local veterinarian, volunteers with Alger County Animal Shelter drive new arrivals to Marquette to get spayed, neutered, and treated before they're eligible for adoption.
And that's one thing none of the judge or none of the other prosecutors even considered, the feelings of the people that work here. We don't understand why. All here for the animals. Everything we do is for the animals here.
Many of the dogs and cats currently at the Alger County Animal Shelter have special needs, which means they face restrictions with where they can be housed. With an impending eviction date and the new facility unfinished, the volunteers fear that come March 1st, these animals will have nowhere to go. The shelter has always operated entirely off donations, and it will continue to do so at the new facility. Right now, all donations are being matched 100%. Until the new site is up and running, the shelter's volunteers will try to find temporary foster homes for stray and surrendered cats and dogs, but they need all the help they can get. At the earliest, BD says the new shelter will be ready in June. Reporting in Alger County, this is Jessica Goska, MyUP News.
In response to allegations made by the animal shelter, the Alger County Board of Commissioners provided us with this statement regarding the future use of the current shelter building. They said the county intends to run our facility as an animal control shelter, so we have a safe place to house stray animals as well as dogs that fall under some aspect of Michigan's dog law. It is the board's intention to offer all animals that we are legally allowed to do so with for adoption. We are not uncaring of anyone who is willing to give of their time to help care for animals in need. Our priority is to ensure we are able to fulfill our obligations under the law and provide a necessary service to the people and pets of Alger County.